Well, hello! It's good to have you back with us for more Explore Tulsa. As we all know, the oil boom was good to T-Town from the turn of the 20th century and beyond.
A quick tour of downtown and you'll see amazing Art Deco buildings, left to us as shrines of those times.
And just as important as any of those monuments is the one you'll find left to us to enjoy that Sam and Lucy Mackey built and is kept alive by the Greenwood Cultural Center.
Sam and Lucy Mackey were the actual homeowners. Mabel B. Little purchased the home later, and she was one of the North Tulsa pioneers who fought to save the home as an example of how some African Americans were able to live during the early 1920s. Their original home was destroyed during the Tulsa race riot, and they were one of the African American families that decided that they wanted to remain on Greenwood and rebuild their home. Mr. Mackey didn't want to just build a home. He wanted his wife, Lucy, to have a home as nice as the home that she worked in for rich white Tulsans. And so he hired an architect who won $1,000 for the design of the home. It was considered very modern at the time because it was one of the first homes where you could stand at the bottom of the stairs and cut the lights on upstairs, and that was a really big deal. And there were separate walk-in closets, huge bedrooms upstairs, a bathroom downstairs and upstairs. And there are several pieces that are in the home now that belong to the family, pieces that date back to the 1800s. For example, the French courting chair, which was designed so that when a young lady had a male suitor, she would sit in the chair, her male suitor would sit in the chair, and then a parent or chaperone would sit in the third chair. There's also the high back chair and the organ, which were original pieces that belonged to the family. We're led to believe was that most African Americans during this time were poor, that they all lived in a one-bedroom shack, but that just simply wasn't the case for many families in Tulsa, many black families in Tulsa. So we're proud of the pieces that are here that were original pieces that belong to the family. And it gives you a great view of how some African Americans were able to live. When urban renewal came through, the community fought to save the Sam and Lucy Mackey house. It was located 3 blocks north of here on Greenwood, and they moved it section by section and put it back together. The Mabel B. Little Heritage House was actually built before the Greenwood Cultural Center, and at one point the Greenwood Cultural Center, the Oklahoma Jazz Hall of Fame, and the North Tulsa Heritage Foundation all worked out of the Mabel B. Little Heritage House. So when the home was relocated and dedicated, they named it the Mabel B. Little Heritage House. Many people still talk about coming to visit Mabel B. Little. I believe at one time she was a hairstylist. At one time there were rooms that were available for rent, but she's well known as being a North Tulsa pioneer and one of the many people that was really committed and dedicated to remembering the history of Black Wall Street and recognizing the pioneers that led to the development of Black Wall Street. Well, the Greenwood Cultural Center, which now includes the Mabel B. Little Heritage House, has always been a focal point for our community. And we have been honored with the responsibility of continuing to educate people about the rich history of African Americans in Tulsa, which includes the 1921 Tulsa race riot and Black Wall Street. And there are very few places where you can go to learn about that part of our history. We still encounter people all the time that come to Tulsa specifically to visit the Greenwood Cultural Center and to view the exhibits and to learn more about this part of our history. There are still people that have never heard about it or that know very little about it. So that's still a very vital, important role that we play in our community and for Tulsa as a whole.